technology professional from Los Angeles, California, and you bluffed a poker friend into thinking you did poorly on Jeopardy?
Yeah, that's right. So I play a lot of poker, and my friend JJ, he's actually a professional poker player. Shortly after my first taping, I had gotten lunch with him and his wife, and he knew I just taped. But I knew obviously I couldn't spoil any results, so I tried to be as neutral as possible, but somehow he took that as me having done really poorly. So when my shows finally aired, he was shocked when I won 4 games.
Good for you. Paul Trifoletti, an attorney from Athens, Georgia, you became famous for a wrong response involving a 76ers player?
I did, yes. I made an educated guess in Double Jeopardy based upon the clue that the nickname of Joel Embiid was do a 180 to describe turning the team around. But in fact, I now know the actual answer is the process. And based upon that, he actually changed his Twitter handle within a few minutes of the show airing and led to it being covered on a bunch of different media outlets. And it was a pretty cool experience to be famous for a wrong answer.
I gotta say, I have some friends that are big Sixers fans and big Jeopardy fans, and when that happened, they were over the moon. So thank you very much for that. Jennifer Quayle, a wine tasting consultant from Dowagiac, Michigan.
Got it.
And you watched Jeopardy when you were in the hospital.
I tried to. Back in January of this year, I had a pulmonary embolism, and I wound up in the hospital for several days. Hi, everybody at Borgesley and Bronson, my care team, who are very, very excited to be treating someone from Jeopardy. And the one local channel that the hospital did not have is the one that was on Jeopardy, so I'm trying to watch it online on my phone so I'm not missing any new episodes. But it was fun, and my doctor even put it in my file when the nurse from one of the new clinics called me. She said, all right, well, we're going to go over some stuff. First, I see here that you're a Jeopardy champion.
Yeah.
That's okay, yes, that's true.
You cannot escape that accolade. No. Ryan, you gave us the last correct response, so make a selection.
Let's finish NFL teams for 200.
Los Gigantes.
What are New York
What are
Giants?
the Giants?
Correct.
Water for 1,000.
Water has low this V property, meaning it's quick to flow or change shape. Jennifer.
What is viscosity?
Right.
Water for 8.
Sometimes water molecules contain deuterium or tritium, isotopes of this element. Jennifer.
What is uranium?
No. Paul.
What is hydrogen?
That's it.
Southern Hemisphere for 6.
Madagascar is the biggest island in this ocean. Ryan.
What is the Indian Ocean?
Correct.
Hemisphere 4.
Go south from Concepcion, Paraguay, or Rehoboth, Namibia, and you're crossing this tropic line. Paul.
What is the Tropic of Capricorn?
That's the one.
Under the USA for 1,000.
Once a government relocation site, West Virginia's Greenbrier This was designed as a Cold War fallout shelter. Paul.
What is resort?
No. Jennifer or Ryan? What is bunker? Paul, pick again.
Under the USA for 800.
Monks in Washington, D.C. created these underground crypts, trying to emulate those found in Rome. Paul.
What are catacombs?
Correct.
Under the USA for 600.
The Aerojet Dade facility in this state was once used for testing fuel. Left behind was a part of a rocket in an underground silo. Paul.
What is Florida?
Right.
Under the USA for 200.
One of America's earliest subways was this city's Tremont Street subway. It's still used to get to Boylston. Jennifer.
What is Boston?
Correct.
Herbs for 1,000.
Eating one seed from the castor bean can be fatal due to the presence of this blood-clumping toxin. Jennifer.
What is strychnine?
No. Paul.
What is ricin?
No. What is ricin? Fortunately, Paul, you added a syllable, so we can't accept it. Jennifer, you're still in control.
Between hell and high 4.
A medieval soldier's head covering or a steering wheel on a ship. Jennifer.
What is a helm?
Right.
Between hell and high 8.
From the Japanese, it's a small grill. Ryan.
What is hibachi?
Yes.
Hell and High 1000.
This 11-letter word refers to Greek culture or language. Ryan.
What is Hellenistic?
Yes.
Hell and High 200.
This feeling of being utterly forlorn has 2 sets of double S's. What is helplessness? And our final clue? All hail this type of penguin seen here throwing its weight around. One can tip the scales at 100 pounds. Paul.
What is the Emperor Penguin?
Correct. That brings you up to 2,200. Ryan with 3,600. Jennifer with 5,100. We'll be right back and see what these contestants will be dealing with in
inventory wipeout.
Jennifer's doing good on her sickling device.
Raised to 1.9%. Plus top dollar.
Let's see how this plays out.
Our goal is